In an earlier episode, I had mentioned that I had made a small scratch mark on the chair bases, so I knew how far to insert them into the chair backs. And you can just see right here, if I get the camera, there we go, see right there, my little file mark on the shaft of the spring. Well, that spring slides in to these holes into the chair bases. But I figure I'm going to measure from the center of the back hole to the front of the tube. And if we get it to focus, that comes out to 3 inches from the center of the rear bolt hole to the front of the tube. And if I put that locking screw in the center of this flat and measure forward 3 inches, that's just about where my file mark is. So what I'm going to do is make a mark on the chair bases, and then I'll know to where exactly to slide this into, and then all the chairs will be the same. So if we want the center of that rear screw to fall into the center of these flats, and that was 3 inches, so I'll lay my scale in the center, measure this to 3 inches, make a little mark with a pen. Do the same over here. And then originally from the factory, they had a sticker on these that said, insert to at least this depth. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a wrap of white electrical tape around the spring at that point, so that if the pencil, the pen mark is eventually going to go away. The tape will eventually fall off, but just so I know that on initial assembly that they will be installed to exactly the same. So now I have my 2 marks, and I'm going to be nice to the next guy so they don't have to go through what I did to get these things apart. Is I am going to smear a little bit of grease, not a whole lot, just enough to give a little coating on here. That maybe in 2064, when the next person rebuilds these chairs, if we don't have self-hovering capability by then, they'll be able to take them apart a little easier. Now, well, I tell you, they go together a whole lot easier than they came apart. I did not get the screws powder coated. They're still white from the original color, but you're not going to see them, and I really don't care. And I'm not going to go gorilla tight on these, but snug. If you remember, that spring has a flat machined into it, so when this rear screw is tightened down, it's in that flat, so these cannot come apart again. And that is it. some more of the parts that were ordered were replacement end caps for the tubing. So now I have brand new plastic end caps for the arms, and those basically you just get them started squarely, not cocked in any way, into the hole. Use your same rubber mallet. Give them a few thumps and they go in that easily. And then there are some at the end of the tubes as well. Uh-oh. That's it. Then we have caps for these end tubes. But unfortunately, this is my fault, not Homecrest. I ordered the wrong caps. The diameter is not correct. So I have replacement caps on order. They should arrive shortly. But again, it's very simple. They just hammer into the tubes. I mean, here's some of the old ones. They just go right in. So with the exception of these little end caps and installing the webbing, that is how you reassemble a stripped, powder-coated, rebuilt swivel Homecrest patio chair. Next episode, we'll be installing new straps. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned.